Hey guys, welcome back to Supercaf. Today we've got this WolfBox Superpower TurboFan MegaFlow 50. So what I'm going to do is take this out of the box and show you what this thing can do. Now I have got this for one main reason, which is to dry my car, so to assist in getting rid of the excess water when you wash your car just before you towel dry it, so it makes the process a little bit easier. I've read a lot of good things about this, that's why I've bought one, so I wanted to test it out for myself to see what it performs like. So let's take it out of the box first of all. Apologies about that, I just flung my camera off the desk, so let's continue with taking the shrink wrap off. And then we've got the opening of the box. Take this out. Got one leaflet over here. Sorry, one manual should I say. Have a quick flick through here. It'll just probably be about charging it and all that kind of stuff. So we should have the device itself first. Charging cable, user manual, which is here, and 4 different nozzles depending upon what situation. For example, if you're using it as a leaf blower, you might need to change one of these to assist with that. So let's take this WolfBox out of this packaging. Okay, so instantly in the hands, this thing does feel a lot better than it looked on the pictures. So I thought it would be like a really flimsy, cheap device, but I'm impressed with how it feels. So let's just go ahead and look at the rest of it. We've also got the USB-A to C connection. So in here, you have got a USB-C charging port. So if I'm guessing if you had one of those Samsung fast chargers, USB-C to C, you probably could get away with using that anyway. So we've got the device, which we'll put down over here, and the rest of the casing has got these 3 different nozzles. So first one, second one, and the third one. Okay, right, let's go ahead and put this thing on charge and get ready to dry my car. The flashing LED lights will show when the device is fully charged. Okay, so the device is nice and charged up. Let's just turn it on. That's 3 lights, so that should be on its fastest setting. Right, let's go ahead and start drying this car. Okay, so that wasn't too bad at all. So I used this to remove most of the water from the car before I did towel dry it. Now do remember, this thing is not intended to completely be there to dry your car. You still need to use a microfiber drying towel for these kind of things. It's therefore removing the excess water. So for example, in areas like door handles, around the mirrors, around the fuel cap, all that kind of stuff, you remove all the water from there so it doesn't keep leaking out. So I did find that this did do a good job of removing that excess water around those kind of areas, which normally when I would go around using just a microfiber drying towel, I would be noticing that that water just keeps on dripping through, for example, around the door handles, fuel cap, and all those kind of places. So it did do a good job. One thing I would mention is that it did overheat a little bit at one point. So if you are using it to dry an entire car, I would say to dry a panel, give it a few seconds break, and then do a bit more again. And if you are drying an entire car, just make sure the device is fully charged before you use it, just so you know you've got enough charge on there to get around an entire vehicle, especially if you've got a big car. So overall, it's done a good job. Probably won't do a better job like a larger leaf blower or something, but for a handheld device, this is really good. Well worth the money. I paid £35 for it on the Amazon sale, so I'm pretty happy with it, so I won't be returning this or anything. And just before we do finish off on the video, let's just give it a quick try on some leaves. So it wasn't the best in terms of blowing them leaves out of the way. I would say a larger, more powerful leaf blower would be ideal for that kind of stuff. Would you believe it, it started raining already, so just about washed the car, and great British weather for you. There we have it. We've got some downpour already. Overall guys, if you are thinking of buying this blower, the WolfBox, I would say buy it if you need it for lighter duties like just drying your car, or for example taking some dust out of PC components like fans and all that kind of stuff, or dust behind the radiator. But I wouldn't recommend it for larger tasks like leaf blowing, as I don't think it is powerful enough. But other than that, if you're using it for taking excess water off a car, which I needed it for, it's not too bad. Not perfect, but for the size, I would say it's not bad at all. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Thanks for watching. Do subscribe, share and like, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye bye.